First, I want to thank Pirate Software for recommending this game to me. If you have never heard of him and you are a future game dev who currently lacks the discipline, then go watch him, he'll make you feel better. The Beginner's Guide is one of those eye-opening experiences for aspiring game devs and creatives alike that very few games have. No major spoilers will be in this video in case you want to play the game, but I wanted to talk about something someone who is looking to create games should take away. Before playing the Beginner's Guide, I always assumed a game had to be playable to be considered a game, and fun to be considered good. The Beginner's Guide is not fun to play. There's no real gameplay other than walking, but at the same time it is probably one of the most engaging games I've ever played. You can beat this game in less time than most spend daily on TikTok, and yet it is being sold on Steam for $10. The game is compiled of a bunch of mini-games that a fake developer made over 10 years ago that were never even supposed to see the light of day, yet is very positive on Steam. This game has more in common with an interactive movie than a video game, and yet is one of the most thought-provoking experiences an aspiring game dev can ask for. I think the very idea of just creating a game for your own enjoyment and nobody else's is something everybody should take away. No matter what you're doing, YouTube, music, video games, just make sure you're doing it for yourself first and foremost. If you want to make a game where you're just a pickle, go be a pickle. The hardest thing when creating something is starting. And you already have the idea. Don't worry about if people will like it, because as long as you like it, it will always stand the test of time. The story the Beginner's Guide presents is such a unique perspective on game development, but all creative people will definitely resonate with the problems brought up in the game. There aren't many video games where the player and developer have a relationship in the game. Other than, say, the Stanley Parable, which is Davy's other game, developers are usually on the outside looking in. For instance, playing Grim Fandango for the first time was a fun point-and-click adventure, but playing it for the second time with the developer commentary on became a more personal story, less focused on the game, and more so on the struggles, ideas, and breakthroughs the development team had with the game.
You have to take things from your life and put them in your work, even though they don't read anything to anybody else.
Well, that just means work will be about life rather than life being about work, right?
Exactly.
I was literally sitting in on a conversation with the people who made the world that I am now roaming in. Finding the footprints of the developers in the world they create and understanding why they make certain choices is so intriguing to me. Creating something for money or validation instead of just creating for the love of it might give short-term satisfaction, but that sinking feeling in your chest will never leave if you continue. This is something I have fought for years. When making YouTube videos, I always have to check myself and wonder why I'm making them. If the main reason isn't because I would like to watch this video, then I need to reevaluate why I'm making content in the first place. It is nice to see that I am not alone either. Seeing other people who have made fantastic products in the past struggling with the same thing I am is cathartic in a way. It's motivating to be able to resonate with someone I look up to. I find it incredibly difficult to talk more about this game without spoiling it, but if you would like to see a more in-depth look at the Beginner's Guide, let me know because I would love to talk more about this game.